accept the meeting minutes from last month?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, great, thank you, John. And I think I saw a thumbs up from Chris, so I'm going to take that as a second. Do we have anyone on the call that would like to make any new member announcements? Anyone? Alex, anything from school? Donna, anything from the congressman's office? Anything from Edgecliff or Old Caledonian?
I can give you an update on schools if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Just I want to give the heads up to the community. We're going to be sending home with students today. As you all know, last Thursday the governor changed his guidance with the Department of Health and Senior Services on how we quarantine kids. Schools across Missouri quarantine literally tens of thousands of kids with very few ever exhibiting symptoms. So schools have been asking for some relief for this, so we'd have unnecessary quarantines. And last Thursday, the governor and the Department of Health granted that. In order to take advantage of that, schools have to have some type of mask mandate in place. It's a harsh word because it sounds very harsh, but our board adopted Tuesday night a mandatory face covering option for our schools so that we can take advantage. What that means is if we do have a positive on a bus in a classroom, as long as no symptoms, and wearing a mask, we don't have to quarantine kids for 14 days.
The thing that it's been opening up for me is just.
So we are sending that home. That will begin, as you know, we're gonna close the week after Thanksgiving. Working with the health department, Ms. Douglas was wonderful on that, and really thought maybe that would kind of benefit the community if we could do that, because we know families are going to get together. We know people are going to be traveling, and probably going to be a lot of positives come out of that. So we went to a virtual learning platform that week. I would like to thank our local churches and businesses. We are in the process of implementing. We had received a grant to put hotspots on our buses, so we will have. I don't know how many we'll have ready to go. The equipment literally just came in this week, but we will have buses parked throughout the district. So people don't have to come all the way to town if they don't have a hotspot or something in the past. We'll have those strategically placed throughout the community. I just want to thank the business and churches for allowing us to park one of those buses on your parking lot out of the way for that. We will be back December 7th. We'll get back and see where we are from there. Like everybody, the last few weeks have been rough. You know, it's the quarantines of your staff members. It's not necessarily those all being positive. It's the number of quarantines that we get because they're close contact at home or church or somewhere else like that. So we got through it. I want to thank everybody for being so patient and really want to commend our staff for what they did in that 2 weeks.
Great, thank you, Alex. Well, Kim has joined us and we want her to be able to get back to her classroom. So Kim Greenlee and her husband Gary pastor First Assembly of God Church here in Potosi, and they started Hang a Prayer to Light Up the Square third, fourth year. I don't know, she's going to tell us, but we've had some changes this year with that event. So she's here to talk about it, and so here we go. Here's Kim Greenlee.
Good morning. I guess you can see me.
I can see a profile picture.
Okay. I don't know if that'll change on there or not, but you can hear me though?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for letting me talk for just a moment here while my students are at lunch. But what I just wanted to let everyone know is, yes, this year things have had to change due to COVID. We were not able to have the Thanksgiving community service that we normally have with all of our local Ministerial Alliance churches and other churches involved in that. So this year, trying to brainstorm, we still, don't want to take for granted our opportunity, to assemble together. But with having that in in a church setting, we weren't able to do that. And then our Christmas parade was moved up a little bit. So we were trying to organize that also with the chocolate walk and things. So the best date we came up with, we are going to combine these two activities together. So we are doing Thankful to hang a prayer and light up a square this year. So our Ministerial Alliance will be a part of that. It's always been a community event, but this year we are going to be hosting that with the Ministerial Alliance. They will be singing. I know Pastor Gary and Lloyd are going to be singing and leading worship, and then they're going to do some Christmas carols. And then he has asked some of the Ministerial Alliance pastors will be leading the prayers. And then we are going to have hot chocolate to give away down there to whoever's there. If it's a cold night, our youth kids are going to do that. And then we're also planning a live nativity. We've never done that before, but with it being associated with the Ministerial Alliance also, and there's nothing else going on that night downtown. So we kind of, wanted to make an event like that too. So there'll be hot chocolate. And then, like I said, a live nativity scene. We're working on that. That's in progress. But even if it's just Mary and Joseph and the baby, that's going to be okay too. But we will be down there about 5 o'clock, and people can come down. And if they bring their own ornament, that is perfectly fine. Some people have been doing that the last few years. This is actually the 5th year that we've done this. This will be the 5th year. Some people bring their own ornaments that they've decorated, they've created themselves. Other people choose to use the ornaments that we have, which are big, clear plastic balls. And we have sheets of paper, and you can write your prayer on those sheets of paper and then put them inside that little plastic ornament. And then we hang them on the tree that way too. So those will be down there between 5:30 to fill out and hang on the tree. And then at 5:30, we will start our prayer time where we have specific things that we pray for in our community, in our nation, just over our families. And then we'll pray over the tree. And then at 6 o'clock will be the actual tree lighting time where they'll have everything ready to go. So this is a partnership with the city of Potosi, with the Washington County courthouse. We all work together on this. It's not us by any means doing anything. We had an idea, but there are many different entities in place to make this all work. So we want to say thank you to those people. And then you guys are on board this year, getting this out also. So we we're excited about that. The city of Potosi puts our tree up, and the ladies at the courthouse decorate the square and work with the city of Potosi to get all that in place. We show up with the ornaments and bring our equipment for sound and stuff, and then, host the event. But it's a community-wide event to make this all come together. So we're just excited about that. Are there any questions? Did I lose you?
Nope, we're here. I'm going to
Okay.
unmute everyone for a second so you can get a chance if you have any questions. So remember to mute yourself back if you've got other things going on in the background. Well, Kim, we want to thank you and Gary so much, and all the Ministerial Alliance for making this happen. We could all use some prayer this time of year.
Yep. It's one of those things. It was like we didn't want to not do it. And then again, down there, it's outside, and hopefully many people will still come. We can spread out. We have that whole parking lot. It's on the side with the gazebo instead of on the courthouse lawn. So there's plenty of room to spread out there, even on the side behind Reed Relics where you're kind of looking, down that embankment. But even if you want to come be a part of it, you don't have to necessarily be in the square to do that. So you can park down there and you can still see all of that lit up. You can still hear the music and the singing, and then see everything lit up and pray over, pray with the people who are praying and be a part of that in your car. If you park down there behind Reed Relics, or if you pull in the parking lot and stay in your car, that's perfectly fine too. If you don't want to get out and be in a mix of people. So when we are down there, I know we're going to ask people, they kind of gather closer, and that's going to be one of our first announcements, back up, space out. We've got plenty of room in this whole parking lot that we can do that, and still be outside, but come together in unity and pray. And so we're not missing out on this opportunity.
Great. Well, as someone who's been down there many times in the downtown area, I'm usually walking around, I can hear what's going on from just about anywhere in downtown.
Yes, yes. And it's fun. And, and that's the thing is with, we are not able to this year have the caroling and all that stuff with our, especially with the Thanksgiving service. I love listening to our kiddos from the high school come in and sing. So that's an opportunity that's kind of missed. Vespers is going to be missed out this year. But this is something where you can come still be a part of a community event, coming together, hearing some great worship, hearing the Christmas carols, and just taking a part of that, being cautious. Definitely protect yourself coming down, but there's plenty of room down there to gather. And like you said, you can be anywhere around that area and you can hear and you can still participate.
I think I missed the date and time on this event. Kim, when is it?
It'll be November 23rd, Monday, this next Monday, when we normally host our community Thanksgiving service. It'll be on that Monday night, 5 to 5:30. We'll be down there with our ornaments where you can come fill those out, put them on the tree. And then at 5:30, we'll start the prayer time. And then at 6, we'll light up the Christmas tree. And then after that time, they're going to sing some Christmas carols, just some praise and worship songs down there. So, people will linger, people will come, people will go. So it's not anything that lasts to a certain time. It's just come be a part of it, hang your prayer on the square, and pray for our community members and their needs, not just your own, but anything that's hung up there. Somebody's reaching out and wants prayer besides, for themselves and for others.
Absolutely. Okay, was there anything else for Kim? Okay, Kim, we'll let you get back to your classroom. Thank you again so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us today.
You are welcome. Have a good day. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Bye.
All righty. Okay, so next we are going to pivot to Debbie Bay. She is the owner of Caledonia Vintage and Gifts, and she has been a participant of the Chocolate Walk for many years now, and she's here to tell us more about that event. So, Miss Debbie.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. So this Chocolate Walk has been an event for years and years and years, and it was with Potosi and Caledonia. Years ago, there was only enough to put one card together, and now we have enough to put 2 cards together. So Caledonia has their card in their Chocolate Walk, and Potosi has their card in their Chocolate Walk. And what a card is, if anybody's never been to one, this starts on Friday from 10 to 8 and Saturday from 10 to 5. And when the first place you go to, you pick up a card. Every business will have the cards. You'll pick up the card, and most of them, if not all of them, or a purchase of some kind to get your card stamped. And then the last place you go to all the businesses and you get your card stamped, get your chocolate and your Christmas list. Bring your Christmas list and get your card stamped. The last place you go to, you leave it. And then we close at 5 o'clock and we all gather at 5:30 and we draw for the grand prize, which is $500 for Caledonia and it's $300 for Potosi. So the businesses in Potosi are Evelyn J. Boutique, Reed's Relics, Hub's Pub, Vintage Charm, Quilts by Janet, Zeba Day Spa, did I say that right? Zeba, Lulu's, Main Street Mercantile, Blackbird Cafe, and No Limit Nutrition. They'll all have cards and they'll all have stamps and chocolate. And then in Caledonia, we have 13 businesses. Rustic Junction, they have home decor. Miss Molly has a boutique and repurposed furniture. 12 Mile Creek is upstairs from Miss Molly. They're here at the City Hall. And Patty's Pickens is a quarter of a mile south of town, right at the edge of the city limits. Old Village Mercantile is the candy store and the coffee house. And right next to that, there's a little walkway, and you'll walk down there for Crabapple Cabin. And then Country Store Antiques is a new business that is right next to me. And then I am Caledonia Vintage and Gifts. And then on down the street on our side, we have Shabby Chic Painted Rooster. And then we go up the street by Roy's across from the gas station, and you have Katie's Place, Millie's Flea Market, and my old sister Bill's Antiques. You have to go get your card stamped, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of people over the years have brought their family, their daughter, their mom, their grandma, their kids, their girlfriends. The guys are hunting, so why not go to a chocolate walk and have some chocolate? It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of specials going on. Each store should have a special. You'll sign up in their store for a free gift at their place. And those will all be drawn that evening, and then you'll just come back and pick up your gift. So there's lots of ways to get a lot of gifts, and there's lots of ways to get your Christmas shopping done. And that's what this is all about, is shop local, shop small.
Debbie, I noticed, I've seen a picture of the Village of Caledonia map, and Goose Creek Farms is listed on here too, and as well as a newer business, Brushed. Are they part of the chocolate walk too?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Brushed is 2.7 miles out Webster Road, and it's called Brush. She's on the right-hand side when you go out Webster Road. And she's a new business, and that's exactly what she is, she brushes, she's a painter. And Goose Creek Christmas Farms, they decided not to go into the chocolate walk this year. First of all, they don't have their trees yet. They won't have their trees till after Thanksgiving, but they will have them, and they want you to come, buy trees. And they have grave sprays and all kinds of greenery. You can just decorate with live stuff. But they're not going to be in the chocolate walk because they're afraid of COVID, and that's understandable. Plus, they don't have their trees yet. But Brush, yeah, that's a new business, and it's 2.7 miles out Webster Road. That's the farthest one that you'll have to drive to. But it is a cute little shop.
All right, great. Thank you so much for that. Does anybody have any questions? Remember, if you have a question, you'll have to unmute yourself. Right, and Debbie, do you know I know it's been going on many, many years, but what year is this for the chocolate walk?
I'm not sure. I think it's been going on around 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, but it was going on before I got here.
Yeah, it seems
And
like
I've
a
been here
long
7
time.
years. So yeah, it's been going on a long time, and it is so much fun. It's just, you get your friends, and we're going to have it. It was supposed to be a beautiful day, but it looks like now it might be a little yucky. So we have propane heaters that we're going to bring down we have them at our barn, and we're going to bring those down and put them in front of some of the businesses in case, it's cold, and, we don't want to everybody just crammed in the stores. So we're going to make it socially distanced outside. And we've got those heaters that we're going to put around town to kind of keep people warm as they, wait to come in.
Great. And so the chocolate part of the chocolate walk is that each of the stores will have some kind of chocolate treat to offer to their guests, correct?
Yes. And the treats are free, or the chocolate is free. There's chocolate everywhere. You should, if you have a sweet tooth, it'll be filled before you leave. And there's a lot of specials. There's a lot of good merchandise. There's a huge variety. Even though we have boutiques here, we have a huge variety. Nobody's the same. Antiques. The antiques are they're all different. You don't have just once. Everybody have the same thing. Nobody has the same thing. It's really, really unique and different. Each one of the stores.
Yes, it really is.
So it starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and it goes till 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I would say that it would probably take you a couple hours at least, maybe 2.5 hours per town. So why not make a day of it or an evening of it? As soon as you get off work, you could do one town, and then the next day you could do the other town, and Potosi is going to give away their grand prize is $300. So, there's lots of ways to win, and and the big win is you could get your Christmas shopping done and shop local. And that's what this is all about, to bring people to our town. And we have a big crowd. We're real proud of people that come to our town and want to shop our shops. And it's amazing where they come from and who they are and how they found out about us. And they say they drive through Caledonia and they just got to stop. You know, the next time they come through, they're going to stop, and they do. And, you know, Potosi's on the board too. You know, they've got a lot of unique things there. You know, none of their stores are the same either. They're all different.
No, and I'm sure Caledonia is the same, but several of the Potosi stores have already got their Christmas windows all decorated. We're having a window decorating contest, a small business Saturday, and they've got to jump start because they want everything nice and pretty for a chocolate walk. And it's getting pretty festive around town.
It is here too. I mean, Christmas is here. Christmas is here. We've decorated our little gas station, and there's places there where people can take pictures, and you know, there's yeah, it is so festive. This is my favorite time of year. The stores are decorated. I mean, you don't see one tree in the store, you see 2 or 3 or 4. It's just awesome. Yeah, the stores are ready to go, and we want to wish everybody good luck, and we want everybody to come and enjoy social distance and bring a mask and come on in and shop.
That's right. And you do not have to leave the county. You don't need to go to the city. You don't need to order online, although a lot of our local stores, you can order online, and several of our boutiques do regular lives, and they can do curbside pickup for anything that you place an order from. But now it's more important than ever to keep our small businesses open. And to have them business. Our local economy depends upon them, and it's been a real struggle. You know, these big businesses, these big chains, they're going to survive this, but our small businesses may not. And I feel the chamber feels that now more than ever, we need to support our small businesses. And so our parade theme this year is I'll be home for Christmas. And that means, you know, we'll be home in our county. We'll be doing our shopping in our county. We'll be keeping things local.
Absolutely. That's a great statement. Yeah, we survive on business, you know, your business. And if we don't have that, then we are not in business anymore. And we're the ones that buy the school sponsorships, and we're the ones that buy the ball shirts, and we're the ones that support the kids. We're the one that supports the whenever they have they have to have a benefit or something. You know, it's not, Amazon is not the one that helps with those benefits. It's the local businesses and the local community.
That's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. And starting next week, there'll be a post out there that I will have hours available for people that if they are afraid to be here when the store's open, I will offer time when the store's closed if they want to come do some shopping, and then they have no fear of, you know, being in contact with anyone. So you can put that word out there. If anyone is afraid or needs to come when there's no one else here, then all they have to do is send me a message on Facebook or give me a call, and I'll make arrangements for them to be here.
Yes, most of our local businesses do have a Facebook page, and they're very responsive to messages. And so I would encourage anyone that is looking to do some shopping and does not want to be in the store in person, and they don't see where the store has any curbside hours or anything available, just to reach out to them, because I am sure that they can be very accommodating.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, if no one has any more questions for Debbie about the chocolate walk, we will move on. Thank you so much, Debbie, for being with us again. You did a great job for us talking about Pumpkin Fest. I really appreciate you willing to come back and talk with us again today.
Okay, and then just one more hit. We're going to have a Christmas market on December the 5th. It's the first Saturday in December. We'll have a Christmas market at the barn. And there is, I think, 12 or so vendors in there, you know, distanced out, and some really cool stuff. They have a lot of Christmas decor. They have a lot of boutique stuff. There's a lady that's going to make t-shirts, ornaments, soaps, wood decor, you name it, it's going to be there. And that's December 5th here at the Village Barn.
All right, great. Thank you so much for that information.
Okay. Thank you. See y'all.
Thank you, Debbie. All righty. We were doing our minutes before we went to our guest speakers. We had a first and a second. All in favor of approving our minutes from last month? You can give me like a thumbs up if you don't want to unmute. All righty. And do we have any, I don't think we have any first-time members that are on the call today. So we're going to move on to upcoming chamber events. As I mentioned earlier, Small Business Saturday is November 28th. We will be having a window decorating contest just like we did last year. This will be our second one. And as I mentioned, a lot of our stores already have their windows complete. They're really beautiful. That night, we will have our Christmas parade at 6 p.m. Lineup will be between 5 and 5:30 at the usual spot. We'll start lining up at Red Wing Shoe Company. And the band and like the veterans and things that are up front are right there along Casey Street. If you do have any questions about the parade, you can message us on our Facebook page or send us an email to info@washcomochamber.com. And our next board meeting is December 8th. And of course, we do 2 morning drives on the radio. Our next one is on KFMO on December 14th. And then Froggy 96 is on December 17th. There will be no general meeting in December. It was going to be on Christmas Eve, kind of like it was falling on Thanksgiving, I think. And so with everything that's been going on, we just decided that we will just not meet. So the next time that we will meet will be in January, the 4th Thursday. And we already mentioned if there was any more member announcements. Do we have anyone else on the call that would just like to check in, let us know how things are going at your business? Because I noticed, Miss Cindy, I can see your wine bottle in the background. Yay, Edgecliff.
Hi, thanks for recognizing the bottle. Yeah, we're just keeping our regular business hours out at the farm itself. So Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 11 to 5. We're kind of pulling back a little bit from doing some of the community events right now, just because we're kind of short on staff, but I personally am in quarantine at the moment. So we're just trying to make sure that everybody stays safe, and we're doing our utmost out at Edgecliff to keep everyone distanced, safe, clean, a nice environment. So we still have tables outside for people to sit at if it's a nicer day. Inside, we are limiting how many people can come in, but we're also keeping everybody socially distanced in there. There was something else I was gonna say, but anyway, oh, and you can always do a call-in order and drive up and pick up too if you don't feel comfortable coming into the winery. But we are doing our level best to keep it safe for the whole community and for us as well. So thanks for asking.
Well, you're welcome. And they have heaters inside. You know, when that's in there, we have been out there during the cold winter months before, but you don't have to freeze your tail off.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
I'll make a quick announcement. Looking for members for the tourism committee for the Washco Chamber. If you're interested, please send me an email at Old Caledonian. That's Old Caledonia with an N on the end, oldcaledonian@gmail.com.
Yes, John has been working really hard on tourism for the chamber. We just finalized an ad that will be placed in the, is it the Missourian? Tell me the name of the magazine again, John.
It's the Columbian Missourian newspaper. They're having
Yes.
a circular with their Thanksgiving paper, and we have a 9x4-inch ad in their tourism circular for tourism in Missouri during the holiday.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm going to be sharing that later on our Facebook page because we do want people from outside of our county to know about us and how great we are here and what great little shops and businesses that we have. great place to live, work, and play.
All right, thank you.
Right, anyone else?
Janie, I wanted to echo that. We're hearing from businesses throughout the 8th Congressional District that if there is a bright spot in all of this not being able to travel, it is that so many of the residents are discovering what's right in their backyard as far as shopping goes. And so it's great to see you guys capitalizing on that as well and trying to get people, if not into the stores, then to drive by and pick up an order or to place an order online. That's a great thing that we're hearing from stores in Reynolds County and up in West Plains and everywhere else. We're trying to keep the congressman informed of what's going on in this area as much as possible since all of our travel is so restricted. But I want to remind you that if you have any issues with federal issues, don't hesitate to call the Farmington office. We are on the job, safely masked and socially distanced with anybody that comes in the door. But we're happy to work through IRS issues and SBA issues and anything else that comes your way that you need assistance with. So don't hesitate to contact us. And it's great to touch base with you guys, even if over Zoom.
Yes, it is. And I will state it, I've said it many, many times, the congressman is so blessed to have you, Donna, someone who really loves and works hard for her community.
Thanks.
Okay, well, if we don't have anything else, remember there are multiple places to look at events. There have been cancellations, but there are still things going on. And if you want to learn more about them, you can visit the Washington County Guide. You can visit the IG News. They've now, if you haven't checked it out yet, the Independent Journal is now online. You can subscribe online. You can look at the paper online. We're super excited about that. They also have a Facebook page. So you can visit there for news about the county and upcoming events. Like I said, also the Washington County Guide, B104 has their calendar that also has events. So there's plenty of places to find out what's going on if you can't find them immediately in your news feed. And if no one has anything else, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, John. And do we have a second? Anybody can give it to us.
I'll second.
All right, great. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you so much. I hope to see you at the chocolate walk. We hope to see you out at the parade. Everyone have a safe and happy Thanksgiving from the Washington County Chamber. Thank you so much.
Thank you.